you start it?
I did.
Start talking.
Hi guys. That's Mom right there. That's our mother. She's she likes bowling every week. This is Mike and Steve. We're with
Uh-oh, look out. Oh.
whoa,
Whoa. Whoa.
whoa, whoa. Larry, Curly, and Mo there.
That's our mom.
We're with Fixing It with the Long Bros on our YouTube station, and we.
That's Mike.
Yeah, I'm Mike. That's Steve. Anyway, we go bowling every Sunday. If you haven't seen the other Sundays, go check those out. They're kind of interesting. Anyway, our computer went on the fritz and had to take it down and get it reconfigured and everything. So we missed putting a video out last Sunday. We usually have them out by Monday, but today is Saturday morning actually. So anyway, we're going to talk a little bit about bowling techniques, and
Not that we know much.
yeah, we don't know very much. We've been bowling a lot in our life.
Not really. I've only been really bowling the last
Well, the last 10 years we've been bowling a little bit.
on and off.
Yeah,
Not
here in the
very
last
much.
couple of years though, we haven't missed a Sunday.
Yeah, we go once.
Once a week, and take Mom. She's
Yeah,
asking us
we're
every
very good at
morning.
missing stuff like that. Son of a bitch.
Yeah. Okay, watch Steve. He's going to throw a two-hander, but he lets go with one hand. Balances it, keeps his hand behind the ball, gives it good rotation, and there you go. It's right. That was a pretty good shot. And me, I usually throw a one-hander, but I started throwing a two-hander, and so I'm just kind of getting it down. But I hold ball longer, and I get the good rotation now, and I get the good hook at the back, and get splits all the time. Anyway, we have a lot of fun. Mom has a lot of fun. She's quite the. She's got a lot of talent. There's no doubt about that.
Mom probably bowled probably in her life. It's probably that I know of. Probably maybe 20 games until all of this.
Yeah, probably because she was with
She
Dad.
never bowled when we were little kids,
Yeah.
and she bowled.
That was a nice shot. See, that was a good. I kept my hand behind the ball, had the good rotation on it, and it was a little forward and a little to the hook to the left. So from right to left. So that was a good shot. Now Mom, she needs to get up to the line a little closer, but she's very accurate. She usually
She
hits.
just started doing that, not going up to the line.
Look at that. That's a good shot right there. If she had a little more
Power.
oomph to it and a better ball.
Maybe if she moved 4 or 5 feet closer, she might have a little more power to it. And then, look at that. She's 8 feet back, 6 feet back.
Yeah. She just barely missed that one.
She's making it harder on herself, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
All right, the theory behind bowling is to get a strike every time, right? Right. Watch her. Quick 2 steps and she throws it. But she's pretty accurate. She's right in there.
That's a good shot. Most people like to hit that point most of the time. If you watch professionals, they're looking to get into that pocket. And a lot of times if it's between getting 8 or 9 pins to win the
Look at that.
win the match, they'll throw it right down the center. They don't
Didn't
care.
even.
That's a little much, Mom.
I think she just took 1 step. Anyway, in my opinion, the theory to bowling, and then Mike can tell you his theory to bowling or whatever, is to roll it off your hand. See how I'm setting it up on my wrist? And I'm going to try to roll it off the wrist and everything, and then I'm going to throw a strike. That was good. Yeah. Anyway, you got to pick. I've just started doing this, as a matter of fact. there's arrows in the front, and then there's marker boards in the back. And I try to line myself up, and it doesn't always work. But see, that one was either I threw it, the roll was wrong, or I threw it too far to the right. But I try to get it like you're shooting a gun. So you're looking through the sight, and then you're looking at the peep.
What do you think about that?
What do you call it? The peep sight, or the little ball at the end there. So you get those two lined up. So you throw the ball.
The peep sight and the sight.
Yeah.
The
So you
peep
throw.
sight's what you look at close to you, and the sight is.
Mike's rolling over the arrows right now, and now he's going over the marker. And see, that was a good shot. So you go over the arrow, then you go down to the marker that you want, and then you've got the field, and you just spin it the right way, and it comes back. That's the theory. So that's how you do it. You line up like, that's how I am trying to do it. And sometimes it works, sometimes it don't.
Yeah. Well,
But you got the speed, the spin, the angle, how the lanes are, the oil. The oil is very deceptive. That was a good shot. Sometimes there's oil in the middle of the lane. The sides are drier. So if you throw the ball in the oil and it slides, then it hits the dry, and you got a curve on it, and it comes back, and then the last, 5 to 8 feet,
I think it's
10 feet.
3 feet, maybe.
Depends
on how they
to
oil
the end
it.
of
The oil pattern.
the pins are 3 feet probably, sitting from the back.
Yeah, and I think they
So
have.
8 to 10 feet. It's dry back there before the pins, and so you throw the ball, slide, hits the side, cuts, then hits the back, and if you got the right roll, and it hits that, and then it takes off when it hits the
drives in
and
there.
it drives in there if you have the right spin, and it goes through the hole powerful. That's the theory, correct? Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I don't know
The
about.
lanes are always changing. The oil is always changing because someone might cross your path and push the oil, and so every throw you
They
got
have different oil patterns, so as far as
They do have different oil, but every throw, every time you throw the ball, you're wearing a path out, and so it moves the oil.
It pushes oil around.
So the ball's going to roll different. You could throw it the same way, the same speed, the same everything, one time, and then the next time it don't work. So you're always moving your feet over, moving your mark over. So it's like playing golf in the terrain changes
watch
every
where
time.
Steve's hand is in the back of the ball, and then he rolls up the side of it, and it makes that hook at the end. And
But
that's
it's rolling.
however you can.
It doesn't
get there.
spin
There's-
like sideways.
There's a lot of ways to throw a bowling ball. As long as you can stay behind it, get that rotation. You could act like Jack Nicholson, for example, golfing. He had an unorthodox swing, but he got to the point where he was hitting the
Jack
ball right.
Nicklaus.
Nicholas. Yeah, Nicholas.
Not Nicholson.
Well, Jack Nicholson was a good actor.
Nicholas, right?
I think it was Nicholas, yeah. Whatever. Details.
See how shiny the ball is? It's really oil.
That's why he
Oily.
kisses. That's why he kisses his ball, because it's so
I'm
shiny.
blowing the hole.
He's like a whale with
With
a blowhole. There he goes.
It's just a habit. I used to do it so my thumb, when I bowled with my thumb in the hole, I'd do that so it wouldn't just slip out of the hole. Oh, see, look at that.
Yeah, see, I jinxed him talking about blowing in the hole or kissing the hole.
Bowling is frustrating. Right?
Well, it can be. It can be a lot of. Sometimes you can't do anything wrong, but those are rare incidences.
You can tell by my reaction. So, anyway, we bowl with Mom every Sunday for exercise. It's good for her. It's good for us. And,
Is this
huh?
I don't see Mom bowling too often here.
Yeah, what's... Oh, that must be 10th frame, or is it? Yeah, what's up with that? Must be 10th frame. No. We're bowling 2 and 2.
Yeah, that's probably her turn.
Here's
After me. I guess we're just talking too much,
yeah,
or maybe not enough.
one or the other.
They say the oil
You never know.
stays more in the center.
Unless you're on one of the news shows and they talk all the time about the same thing over and over and over.
We're just trying this.
See that guy over there next to us there? Steve was telling him how to bowl.
Yeah, he was trying to throw it like with, 2 hands, 2 fingers.
And the other guy that was throwing with him, I don't see how he did it at all. He's just strong.
So I was trying to show him how to roll it off
There
your
she
hand.
goes.
There it is. Roll it off and roll it. And I just, at one point I just had the ball down on the floor and I just spun it forward. And that's really what it is. Like hitting a tennis ball. Just hitting the back of the tennis ball and making it spin and then drop.
I want to have a pitcher of beer this weekend.
You're up over here.
Enjoy yourself.
Okay, watch Mom. She's pretty accurate.
Very accurate. She just needs to go up to the
See, look at
line.
that, right down the middle.
Look how far back she is.
I know. And she hits.
Mom, move.
Look at that.
Keep walking forward.
She got 9. That's right in the pocket again. But she throws very accurate. She's
Probably pick this up.
she's 87 years old.
Look at her lean a little bit.
Yeah, she leans into him. She tries.
Right, walk up to the line. Take 3 steps at least. 4 steps is what you need to do. Hand on your left foot. She does that correctly. See, I kiss my ball. I'm blowing in the hole. That's a good thing. Oh, nice shot.
Yeah, that one almost in the gutter.
See how that went over to the side and then hit the dry and then shot back?
That's because they had good revs on it.
Well, hitting the side, going over there far enough too is.
Oh, good
Now see
rev.
that's wrong. But I got a strike. Doggy farted. No, that was okay, but it wasn't exactly the same as the other one, and that's the thing. It's a game of inches.
Yeah, it's, a lot of times if you get the good right rotation on it, you can get away with missing some. Yeah, that's not bad. That's a good shot.
Yeah. I didn't even break a 200. Look at all the oil on Mike's balls.
And also, if you look at the track, it'll show you how your rotation is
It's the ball of oil.
and
On the sphere of the ball.
how the ball
The
rolls.
rotation. Straight over the top.
Yeah, keep my hand behind it and pull it up over the side. It gets good action down there if you get the ball to the right.
See, it was spinning like just he spun it too much. It didn't track. And he got a split. It's a crazy game. That was really close.
That was close. But
But it's a split.
no cigar. Here goes Princess Marion. I think she sees us throwing a hook and she's trying to do that too. And
Mhm.
kind of throws over there to the side. She does really well getting that ball toward the center every time.
Since we've been bowling, I think the best game she's had was like a 169.
Yeah, it's. Well, last weekend I was having trouble keeping ahead of it.
Yeah.
'Cause I had a lot of splits and got a lot of opens. If you have that, you're not going to get a very good score.
She
Good
got
shot.
him.
That was a good shot.
Yeah, see, she got a spare. You got to get your spares. You got to make sure you hit those.
Do your shot, Mom.
Doesn't matter what
You're
you're
still
doing. Just try to get, each frame. You got to do the best you can and try not to get an open frame. That really, really hurts your score. The strike counts as 10, and then you get the next 2 balls to add to the first frame that you got the strike on. Like on your first frame, if you got a strike, the second frame you got a strike, and on the third frame you got a strike. On the first frame, your score would be 30 because it's strike plus 2 balls,
10 plus
2 more
2
balls.
10s is 30.
So if you got a spare, it's
So
just
that was a good one.
it's just the next ball. So if you got a 9 in the first frame and a spare,
I was kind of hungry, so I got myself a turkey.
and then the second frame you got a strike, your first frame, then you would have a score of 20. Probably hard to follow if you've never done it before.
So then, when you get all excited and you throw it too fast and you get 5.
Yeah, and then you got to pick up those 5, which is hard to do.
I get that in the 5th frame. 5.
Well, our name on the YouTube channel is Fixing It with the Long Bros, BROS period. And if you like what you see, subscribe and like it and tell your friends, because we're going to be doing this every Sunday. And it's mostly from Mom, but we do enjoy what we're doing.
And bowling is it's good exercise and it's competitive. If you've never joined a league,
Yeah, no matter what
it's
level.
it's a big commitment.
Yeah, no matter what level you're bowling, it's always competitive with who you're with. Even the best bowlers I've seen, I mean, like professionals, have a tough time sometimes.
See, I didn't get that.
getting 100.
I didn't get the lift on it, and that's why it punched through there. And it was a horrible shot. I didn't.
We're throwing 15-pound balls, 14 pound, 15, 14,
15.
15-pound ball, which is a good weight. Most time when you're using a house ball, a lot of people you can go down to 6-pound ball. Mom's using like a 9-pound ball, I think, which
No, isn't it 7? She was using that other ball that we got her was 6, and then she moved up to a 7.
no, I think it's
7 and 8.
I think it's a 9. I might be wrong, but
You were
that's
wrong.
still pretty light.
You were wrong once before.
That was a beautiful shot.
You thought you were wrong.
Thought I was wrong, but I was right. So that.
And I was wrong, and you were right. I was wrong, and you were right.
Here we
And
go.
I thought I was wrong, so I had to sing along with my notes.
Make some funny faces. So keep your eyeballs peeled. We've got a lot of things we're doing. We're working on a old Greyhound bus, 1952 Silverside, 671 Detroit engine. We're modeling the house. We're doing yard work out in the front and the back, doing the garden along the house, putting mulch and whatnot in there. Keep your eyes open for a lot of videos. We do a lot of stuff. Might help you out and learn how to do some work. I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the next videos.